I think most people in the community are aware that unemployment regionally remains high, above 7%, and more than 10% in Baltimore City, and so we need jobs. The proposed project on 25th Street would create several hundred jobs in one fell swoop. Like it or not, national retailers, along with other enterprises, are looking to generate a rate of return on investment. If labor costs are artificially high, it's more difficult to generate that rate of return on investment, particularly given Baltimore's somewhat challenging demographics. And so the only way that national retailers can expect to make any kind of rate of return is to have reasonable cost levels, and the market dictates those costs. But when government interferes with the price-setting mechanism, when it sets artificially high prices, or in this case costs, that dissuades people from investing, creating jobs here, and offering retail goods here. The retailers will react to higher costs by cutting back on employment. There is this feeling in some government or policy-making circles that you can legislate a middle class. The private sector's interests are merely incidental to that. It's not possible. The fact of the matter is that the private sector is responsible for the bulk of job creation in this country. It would affect all types of people who are looking to invest and operate in Baltimore City, creating jobs and tax base in the process. And yet public policies are being put forth to basically drive those people out of town. And it doesn't make any sense. What we need is to get the markets back to work. The last thing that people should be trying to do is make things more difficult for business. I think most people would agree that more than anything else, the community needs jobs. That's ultimately what drives households and defines their well-being, their income. We ultimately have to rely upon the business community to create the jobs of the future and of the present. And the only way to do that is to embrace that business community and to understand its needs, which is to generate a reasonable rate of return on investment, including by having some control over costs. What the City Council is proposing to do is take away a significant fraction of that cost containment, that power over cost, away from these businesses. They're not going to respond by increasing their level or their presence in Baltimore City. They're going to respond by reducing their level of activity and their presence in Baltimore City, taking jobs with them.